And va blue. Être jeune. And va blue.
Samuel, I'm going outside for a breath of air.
Yes, lady, of course.
To make a long story short, 6 hours after they met, her ladyship was in love.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm Saladino. Marvel Rivals players call out the lack of queer couples in a season centered around love. It's not players, it's the 12 psychos on Twitter and the gamer calling it out. Nobody else cares about this shit. Reed Richards and Sue Storm and Gambit and Rogue are famous Marvel couples, beyond even the comic books. The flood of queer and gay-swapped characters that have come out and come about since the woke era are not iconic or even popular. The only gay superhero couple I can think of isn't even in Marvel, and I don't think anyone cares about them now since they probably haven't been written well in 20 years. And that's the Midnighter and Apollo, Warren Ellis's Batman and Superman analog. Analog, so to speak. Ha! Gay! Well, I guess in Marvel there's Mystique and Destiny, which is a fucking joke some asshole retconned in at some point. Destiny's old, worn-out ass. They turned her sexy, or, well, approved woke sexy. I don't know when this happened, but it's just nonsense. Two women who are close are turned into lesbians. They keep doing it to male characters, too. We know this. Sam and Frodo, Cap and Bucky. This shit is not theirs, so they try to steal it, and then act like they're the good guys. I was looking at this campaign to turn Samus into a trans character. Samus. The whole point of the Samus reveal is that this badass out in space, dealing with all this weirdness and these monsters, was actually a woman the whole time. Activists want to take that away from her and give it to a man cosplaying as a woman. I was going to say pretending, but that implies that everyone is in on it. Cosplaying is probably not right either, because that implies you're putting on a show to entertain people. Whereas with this trans shit these days, it's a masquerade. They're masquerading as the opposite sex.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
Me voy a ir al rincón para hablar justamente de lo que pasa el resto de la semana. Miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado. Podemos hablar también del domingo. Pero por ahora, lo que vemos.
But anyway, it's insane that this is even a mainstream conversation, when in reality, it's a very niche, small group who are demanding that their off-the-wall issue become the concern of everyday normal people who just want to play good video games and enjoy the entertainment they want without all of it being hijacked by sociopaths. All right, so anyway, this article by Rhiannon Bevan. The only thing I know about this Rhiannon Bevan person is that I think she's a she. I don't care about her preferred pronouns, but the only thing I know about her is that she wrote the Risible article. BioWare writer says Dragon Age isn't dead because it belongs to fans now.
Sure.
Sure, Jan.
No, it doesn't belong to fans now. That's the whole point. Dragon Age the Veilguard took Dragon Age away from the fans. So yeah, I don't know much about this Rhiannon Bevan really at all. So this is the article though. Marvel Rivals Season 5 is in full swing, finally adding Gambit and Rogue to the game. Fittingly, this season is centered around love and relationships, and it's been a hit with the community, particularly as it appeared to canonize a fan-favorite Loki and Mantis ship. She's never played the game. She doesn't know anything about the game except for this stupid ship. I don't know anything about this Loki Mantis ship shit, but comic books have been completely overrun by the dumbest, most talentless people bent on destroying canon just to get off on their stupid Tumblr-style idiocy.
Snowflake and Safe Space are the twins, and their names are very similar to screen time. It's this idea that these are terms that get thrown around on the internet that they don't see as derogatory, to take those words and kind of wear them as badges of honor.
Only bitch I'm in a competition with is me.
But back to the article here. However, ever since the start of the season, fans noticed that there were no queer relationships in the promotional material. That hasn't changed as the season has gone on, as at best, there's been a nod or two for the queer couples of Marvel Comics, but nothing anywhere near as explicit as what the heterosexual couples get. Fans didn't notice this. For one thing, the people who would notice this wouldn't be playing Marvel Rivals anyway. They were already against the game because of how hot the women are. They're just complaining to complain because that's their purpose in life, to complain about representation in popular media and entertainment. That's it. They're complaining and complaining, trying to pressure the devs into putting shit in it that players don't want or even care about. As at best, there's been a nod or two for the queer couples of Marvel Comics, but nothing anywhere near as explicit as what the heterosexual couples get.
Everything is sexist, everything is racist, everything is homophobic, and you have to point it all out.
This is brain rot. This isn't a competition. Nobody cares about gay representation in superhero comics and video games. The only people who care about it are the people who don't read superhero comics or play Marvel Rivals, journals who are in the former group, and the feminists and LGBTQ writers and artists that have infested the comics industry. There aren't that many gay couples in Marvel, even when they went out of their way to gay swap some characters. And more than one, maybe two couples would be overrepresentation anyway. Also, you would have to consider whether or not any of these fucking gay couples are even popular enough to be in the game as it is. Marvel Rivals players want more queer representation.
Please.
No, they don't. Remember now, this is the game people who actually like the game praise for the hot chicks. Sue Storm as Malice, Squirrel Girl, Luna Snow. Women who the usual idiots on Twitter and Reddit complained about. Bro, this game would add Venom's fully modeled anus before they hint at a relationship between two men or women.
So we accidentally drove to Slovenia. New country unlocked.
Of course, this idiot has a Palestine flag, so you already know what to think about that.
Gives us the right to say what we want.
Shut
when
the
you think about it,
Marvel rivals not having a single visibly queer ship in their love-themed season. Some kind of SpongeBob meme.
Year, since I found a lot of really cute bikinis last year when I did my affordable swimsuit haul last year. I'm pretty sure it was last year. I don't know why it feels like it was like so much further back.
These two assholes were probably not even playing the game already because of Sue. So the article, going back to this article, this conversation has been bubbling in the community since the season trailer dropped, but it's picked up again as another wave of cosmetics has been released. Here, we get yet another skin that focuses on Venom's assets, and yet we're still waiting for the game to show its queer characters some love. She's not talking about the Marvel Rivals community. That's what's so annoying about this. She's talking about the people with Palestine flags, pronouns, and mental illnesses in their bio. She's talking about the community who hate games and gamers and just wait for something to complain about. Now, others argue that there are references in there, but it's difficult to see how they are comparable to what the straight couples get. I'm so glad that the game is on its way out. While pairs like Cloak and Dagger and Invisible Woman and Mr. Fantastic get constant allusions to their relationships, queer relationships are relegated to small references that could easily be mistaken for friendships. Who gives a shit? It doesn't matter. You don't play the game. You just want this shit in there to fuck with the straights. The straights don't care either. If Marvel Rivals never alluded to Reed and Sue's or Gambit and Rogue's relationship beyond just them running around and slapping high five or something, nobody who actually played the game, no straight player, would even notice. There certainly wouldn't be articles written about how Reed and Sue aren't fucking each other or whatever. But these assholes complaining about this shit wouldn't be satisfied unless Cap and Bucky reenacted the tent scene from Brokeback Mountain.
Oh man, they were fags.
For instance, Angela mentions her wife, Sarah, but not in a way that indicates that they are in a romantic relationship. I don't know, it's just wild how people come along and just change the character's sexuality like it's nothing. So Angela is apparently married to a trans woman now. And this idiot thinks Chinese company NetEase would be okay with promoting that. Brain rot. Of course, there are no actual queer couples in the game right now, unless NetEase were to invent one as it did for Loki and Mantis. I don't get that at all. This Loki and Mantis thing, I don't get it at all. But even then, it's clear that Marvel Rivals is, so far, a much less explicitly queer game than others in the genre, like Apex Legends and Overwatch 2. It remains to be seen if that changes as more characters join the roster, especially if we get a queer couple like Wiccan and Hulkling. This is the problem with putting gay shit in mainstream games and entertainment, period. You get people co-opting it for their own agenda and issues, so Apex Legends and Overwatch 2 aren't just games that feature queer characters, they're labeled and considered queer games. Queer is a niche genre. If you people are so talented and amazing, make your own shit instead of shoving it into other people's fandoms. This gamer writer keeps talking about the community. But again, she's not talking about the actual Marvel Rivals community. She's not talking about people who actually are playing the game. She's talking about people who are complaining about Marvel Rivals because it doesn't have enough gay shit in it. Marvel Rivals Season 5 continues. Rogue will be added to the Season 5.5 update, and Gambit is already available on the roster.
And scene.
Nobody she's writing this for has any interest in this game. I keep making this point because this is so insidious that these activists have burrowed so deeply into these spaces, male hobbies, male properties, and then act like not catering to them is worth yelling about. They victimize themselves, and actually, in a lot of cases, they speak on behalf of other people and victimize them. There's not enough queer couples in Marvel Rivals.
What?
It's Marvel Rivals. It's a PvP game, not a life sim. And again, there's not that many gay couples in comics anyway because most people aren't gay and most of the old school creators were straight. Especially since a lot of these characters were created by one guy.
But you know I'm all the way out there. I don't get that.
This shitty rag of a website has the nerve to call itself The Gamer when they don't actually care about video games. They care about being gay or trans or non-binary and making that their entire reason for being. They don't care about art or entertainment. Nobody who cares about those things cares about this weird gender and sexuality bullshit. This cry-bully nonsense. There's no audience for it. There's no modern audience. And these companies are putting the dumbest people in charge of this shit. Sci-fi ruined. Sci-fantasy ruined. Fantasy ruined.
Flames are catching a fire. Showed you I loved you, you called me a liar. Oh no, 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 no.
All straight male interests destroyed because women and gay activists came along and whined and cried about how they weren't being validated in male spaces. Spaces that aren't theirs. It's like if they broke into someone's house and then called the police on the homeowners because they don't approve of the products the family bought.
I'm sorry, I forgot to say you need to stop drinking Coke Zero on stream. It's boycott.
Wait, is it?
You're preaching pro-Palestine and you're drinking with this boycott stuff. Please, Hassan, at least pretend. Do it off stream. Please.
Okay, I'll put it in a glass.
This is on the do not buy list. You're supposed to be supporting Palestine.
Or because you don't like the racial, gender, and queer makeup of the family.
Oh my God, they're all white, and most of the children are straight males.
And then the cops show up and give the robbers a set of keys and tell the family that the intruders are in charge now.
All of the boundaries have been fucking demolished. Demolished, crushed, tossed aside, where they don't care anymore about any. They don't care about people, reasonable people that just want to live their lives with how things were. A reality that has been known since the dawn of time. They want to toss all of that aside. Any sort of respect for the majority of society, like they've completely changed things to where the minority should decide everything. Whoever's the most butthurt, whoever's the most sad, they should decide everything. And the only reason that's been sustainable is because, to be honest, people in the West are really nice. Western culture people, we're very nice compared to the rest of the world. Try doing that in fucking Pakistan or Iraq. They'll fucking kill you.
Hey, she cooking, y'all.
It'd be one thing if the gamer was like, we're queer gamers interested in promoting and talking about creating more queer-focused games. It may be a niche genre, but we'd like to see more queer representation. But that's not what is happening. They're demanding this shit be put in everything. Every game, no matter what genre, no matter the audience. And they just don't want their gay shit in everything. They want that gay shit to overrule everything else. They want their gay ships. But they also want Sue Storm to look like Abby.
Ew.
The gamer has set themselves up between gamers and game devs. They are not speaking for gamers. They're not even speaking for devs. They are blocking creativity in favor of their totalitarian view of how they think the world should be. The saying, you don't hate game journalists enough, that goes double for the gamer. Gaymer.
Oh man, they were...
Shimmering, cold and I can be all you ask of me. Music in spring, flowers for a king, all the cyber